This is insane. This is insane. There's a sheriff in my studio serving me domestic violence documents because the board member said he wanted to murder me.
Well, some interesting and crazy events occurring at James O'Keefe's live stream broadcast earlier today on X, where he was getting ready to present some new evidence on the voter fraud going on in the state of California. But before he could actually get to that, an unwanted and uninvited guest showed up and threw the whole broadcast into chaos. So we're going to take a look at the video, see what happened. I'll have a few comments about it. But first, I wanted to thank you guys for joining me here at The Right Side View. And I'm glad that you clicked on this video. I hope you like it, and I hope you stick around. So let's get to it. All right, so to set this up a little bit more, James O'Keefe was doing a live stream broadcast earlier today, and he was getting ready to present some evidence on further voter fraud in the state of California. And I believe he was going to be talking about how they got the names of the voters that they used and that they paid the homeless people to pretend to be and sign up phony voter registrations and sign petitions. And he was going to present the evidence of how they got a hold of those names, those actual voter names with addresses and all that. But again, before he could, he had sheriff show up at his studios. And so he invited the sheriff in, obviously. And again, he finds out exactly what this is all about. And it's kind of crazy. He said he was going to be dropping a video. James O'Keefe did a video just about every day until some arrests were made. But I don't think this is what he had in mind. So anyway, let's take a look at this video and see what happened.
The sheriff is actually, come on in. Hello, sir.
How are you?
Are you with the police?
I am with the sheriff's office.
How you doing? I'm James O'Keefe.
How you doing?
Are you here to arrest me? This is insane. This is insane. There's a sheriff in my studio serving me domestic violence documents because the board member said he wanted to murder me. Something has to change, not for my sake, but for our children's sake. You know what I mean? And I know you're just doing your job, and I get it. I understand, but we're entering a constitutional crisis in the United States. And
no doubt.
Today I've got a police officer bringing me to court. You know, and I got to ask myself, why am I even doing this? The sheriff is actually, come on in. Hello, sir.
How are you?
Are you with the police?
I am with the sheriff's office.
How you doing? I'm James O'Keefe.
How you doing?
Are you here to arrest me?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Well, we're hoping somebody gets arrested today. You familiar with our work here?
No.
Do you know what we do?
No, I do not.
We expose corruption in the government. We have a tape today showing election crimes and people breaking the law. And people in California were forging signatures, and they were logging into an online database.
Gotcha.
That's right. I've been served lawsuits like 30 times in my life.
Okay.
I've never had a police officer show up like this.
This is not a lawsuit?
Oh, what is it?
So, if you want me to put it out there, I can.
Yeah, you can say who it is. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Just say it out loud.
So so it's a temporary injunction. It's out of Miami-Dade.
Who's filing the restraining order? We're here with the sheriff from the police department who's at my office.
Matthew, and the last name, Tyrmand.
Matthew Tyrmand? That's the former board member of Project Veritas. What is he doing?
He's he filed a temporary injunction out of Miami.
A domestic violence document? The board member of Project Veritas has filed a domestic violence restraining order against me?
Temporary injunction for protection against stalking.
But he said he wanted to kill me. I should be getting a restraining order against him.
Okay, and you can go to the courthouse and you can do that. Again, this is out of Miami. It's not out of Palm Beach.
They want me to go to court?
So there's a hearing tomorrow at 9:30. And
I have to go to court at 9:30 tomorrow morning?
There's this reference as this when the court hearing is.
So just so I understand, the sheriff is here in my office serving me a domestic violence document because the former board member of Project Veritas that we recorded saying he wants to murder me is now making me go to court tomorrow morning. Is that correct?
Well, there is a hearing. Okay, tomorrow morning. Again, this is out of Miami. It's not out of Palm Beach. What the details of the case is, I have no clue about.
Well, I'm telling you what the details of the case are.
Down to us,
Yeah.
to serve you. That's basically.
You guys serve court documents here in Florida? I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I've been sued like 30 times.
So,
I get sued a lot because we expose people and on tape so just so I understand what I'm looking at, that's a domestic. It says domestic violence on it. That's what that word says.
Yeah. Temporary injunction for protection.
Stalking violence. That's insane.
Again,
I'm a reporter. I published what the guy said.
I do not know what the details are. Again, it's out of Miami-Dade.
Yeah.
So we just have to serve them. That's it.
What else? So you're going to give me these papers?
This is all yours, right?
Is that body camera recording?
Yes, it is.
May I have a copy of that, please?
I guess you have to go through our records.
I will do that. What's your name?
You have my card. Same guy, Angel Artola from yesterday.
Do you live here in West Palm Beach?
I do.
You ever heard of OMG or Project Veritas?
Never.
Yeah, investigative reporting newsroom.
Never.
Have you ever served a domestic restraining order against a newsroom before?
Mm.
You ever serve a restraining order against a journalist?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Sir, I don't think you understand what you're involved in here.
I don't understand. I don't know what everybody does for a living.
There's something called the First Amendment, and it prohibits people from serving restraining orders against us from reporting what they say. It's a pretty fundamental constitutional right.
Again, this is a court order signed by a judge out of Miami. All we're doing is serving it to you.
Well, I look very much forward to speaking with that judge and talking to them.
Perfect.
Well, thank you for being here, and I will tell it to the courts. I know you're just doing your job, but I hope you watch the video of the man saying he wants to kill me.
I have no idea.
I know. One of the problems in this country is that we're in a constitutional crisis. I'm just telling you my opinion. And we report people breaking the law. We report people doing illegal things, and they're never held accountable. I'm the one who's brought to court. I'm the one who's arrested. I'm the one who's sued. And the American people are just pissed off. They're just upset. I know this has nothing to do with you. I know you can't say anything. I respect that. I'm just a little upset. I'm a little discouraged. I'm losing hope. And I'm the guy that can't lose hope because people look up to me. But I'm the one who keeps getting held accountable. You understand what I'm saying? Something has to change, not for my sake, but for our children's sake. You know what I mean? And I know you're just doing your job, and I get it. I understand, but we're entering a constitutional crisis in the United States. And today I've got a police officer bringing me to court. And I got to ask myself, why am I even doing this? Why should I continue? That's the question that I have to ask myself. If it's just going to bring me pain and punishment and abuse. You know what I mean? And I get there's nothing you can do. It's not your job.
I understand how he feels.
But here we are. That's where we are in this country.
I do. A little bit anyway. So, I'm not going through what he's going through.
I hope off the record, we're on the record, but you can't say a damn thing. But one day, go home, go and when you're in your bed, pull up the video of this man saying he wants to murder me, and he kicked me out of the company that I founded, and he worked with the FBI to hurt me and to stop me from doing what I do. And now he's filing a domestic violence summons against me.
Yeah, so I don't know who this board member is that's taking this action against James O'Keefe, but apparently he's made some pretty horrible threats against James O'Keefe, and I think there's even video of the guy shooting a book of James O'Keefe's shooting James O'Keefe through the heart. So on the book cover. So this guy, something's going on here that just is not right. But I can understand his frustration and his, almost a desire to just give up. Is what it's worth. He released those videos last week of the fraud in California, and it was right there on camera. Even the names of the people committing the felonies out in the open on the sidewalk, and no arrests. There has not yet been an arrest. As far as I know, there's no arrest coming. So at some point in time, guys like this who put their lives on the line, him, Nick Shirley, some of these other guys that are out there on the front lines getting these stories, have to ask themselves, is it worth it anymore? No matter what we uncover, nothing's going to be done about it. So hopefully I can get an update video up tomorrow on the court hearing and see what happens. As far as I know, James O'Keefe has not released any further videos today with concerning the fraud, but I'm definitely going to do a video because I want to keep track of what's going on with the fraud in California and bring that out on video. So anyway, guys, thanks for sticking with me watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, and we'll see you in the next video.